There have been many legends about the brave men of the early West. Perhaps the man who was immortalized most was the fearless town sheriff. But every year, historians are discovering more and more of the true happenings of the past. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if someday to discover that among all those brave, courageous, and fearless sheriffs, one of them was a sissy.
There once was a sheriff back in 73. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. But when a bad man came into town, the sissy sheriff would get him down. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He got them from behind. He got them from behind. One day Black Bart came up the street. The sissy sheriff he chanced to meet.
Hi, Bart. Say, what brings you to our peaceful little village?
Bart drew his gun, and I heard him say,
I'm gonna end your life today.
He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He got them from behind. He got them from behind.
The sissy sheriff, he backed away. He said to Bart, don't be that way.
Say, Bart, how's about going over to my sister's place? We could discuss this over some cookies and punch, and that way you'd get a chance to see my philodendrons. I raise things.
Black Bart just stood there, all aghast.
That darn sheriff is mighty fast.
He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He got them from behind. He got them from behind. There is a moral to our song. The sissy sheriff's not brave or strong. He captured Bart without a shot.
Got anything to say before you go?
Yes, please don't step on those philodendrons.
Where?
Got them with a flower pot. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He never used a gun or a hanging tree. He got them from behind. He got them from behind.
Sometimes I just hate myself.
Jacksonville, a nice young man, not the kind to kill, but a jealous fight on a Saturday night set him on the run through the Everglades, running like a dog through the Everglades. Now the posse went in and they came back out. They said he'll die and there ain't no doubt. It's an eye for an eye, so the debt is paid. He won't last long in the Everglades. A man can't live in the Everglades. A man can hide and never be found. Have no fear of the baying hound, but he better keep a moving and don't stand still. If the skeeters don't get him, then the gators will. Now the years went by and his girl was wed. His family gave him up for dead. But now and then the natives would say, see them running through the Everglades, running like a dog through the Everglades. He never heard the news on the radio. He was deep in the glade, so he'll never know. His running and hiding didn't make much sense, for the jury had ruled it was self-defense, running like a dog through the Everglades. Where a man can hide and never be found, and have no fear of the baying hound, but he better keep a moving and don't stand still. If the skeeters don't get him, then the gators will. Running like a dog through the Everglades, skipping like a frog through the slimy bog, running through the trees from the Everglades.